an unidentified grand juror has filed a motion requesting that any and all recordings, transcripts, and reports of the grand jury relating to the Breonna Taylor case be released to the public, according to court documents obtained by CNN. The juror is also asking the court to make a binding declaration that the grand juror has the right to disclose information and details about the process and details of the proceedings, particularly, the motion states, to avoid fears that Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron would attempt to use the court's powers of contempt in the case of a public disclosure. It is the fear of the petitioner that, Attorney General Cameron would attempt to utilize the court's contempt powers, if there was a public disclosure that contradicted certain things that he stated happened during the proceedings, characterized the singularity of the decision in a different light, or raised doubts about charges that were presented during the proceedings, the motion states. In the court filing, the juror references Cameron's public statements maintaining that grand jury proceedings are secret and that Cameron attempted to make very clear that the grand jury alone made the decision alone on who and what to charge, and that the only exception to the responsibility he foisted upon the grand jurors was in his statement that they agreed with his team's investigation that Mattingly and Cosgrove were justified in their actions. Cameron said in a statement obtained by CNN Monday night that he will comply with the judge's order to release the audio transcript of the grand jury recording in the case, but that the release could compromise the ongoing federal investigation and possibly poison a jury pool. Despite these concerns, we will comply with the judge's order to release the recording on Wednesday. The release of the recording will also address the legal complaint filed by an anonymous grand juror, Cameron added. He also said that he was confident in the case his office presented. We have no concerns with grand jurors sharing their thoughts on our presentation because we are confident in the case we presented, Cameron said in the statement. Once the public listens to the recording, they will see that over the course of 2.5 days, our team presented a thorough and complete case to the grand jury, he said. Our prosecutors presented all of the evidence, even though the evidence supported that Sergeant Mattingly and Detective Cosgrove were justified in their use of force after having been fired upon by Kenneth Walker. For that reason, the only charge recommended was wanton endangerment. The juror, who writes in the court filing that they wish to remain anonymous, noted the compelling public interest for these proceedings to be released, particularly because of an exhibited distrust of the legal process by public citizens. The citizens of this Commonwealth have demonstrated their lack of faith in the process and proceedings in this matter and the justice system itself. Using the grand jurors as a shield to deflect accountability and responsibility for these decisions only sows more seeds of doubt in the process while leaving a cold chill down the spines of future grand jurors, the motion said. Furthermore, the juror argues that Cameron has subjected them to a level of accountability that is unreasonable and that the legal system has put the grand jurors on an island where they are left to wonder if anyone who finds them will treat them well or hold the pain and anger of the lingering questions against them. It is patently unjust for the jurors to be subjected to the level of accountability the Attorney General campaigned for simply because they received a summons to serve their community at a time that adherence to the summons forced them to be involved in a matter that has caused such a palpable divide between sides, the motion states. The juror maintains that they are not seeking any monetary damages, only the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, the court document reads. CNN has reached out to the Kentucky governor's office, and the Louisville mayor's office for comment. Both the Louisville mayor and the Kentucky governor have repeatedly called for the release of documents that won't interfere with any other ongoing investigations related to the case.